Good evening, everyone. I'm Eitan Schoenberg here with Radio K. We've got a great matchup tonight at 3M Arena at Mariucci. The number 5 Penn State Nittany Lions, hosted by the unranked University of Minnesota Golden Gophers. Minnesota coming off a split against Long Island last weekend. Penn State looking hot as they come into this weekend with a pretty solid 10-4-0 record. Minnesota with another series, their third Big Ten series of the season, Penn State with their fourth. This is Radio K. We'll be right back before puck drop. All right, welcome back. Once again, I'm Eitan Schoenberg here for Radio K, doing this one solo. Minnesota taking on Penn State in their home barn at 3M Arena at Mariucci. Minnesota wearing their white home jerseys, Penn State in navy with their road uniforms. Just 10 seconds from puck drop, Minnesota 6 points in the Big Ten. They're 2-2-0. Penn State number 5 in the country, a tall task for these Gophers. Penn State 3-3-0 with 10 points in the Big Ten. Both teams looking for a win here would be pretty big in their standing right now early on in this Big Ten season. Minnesota moving right to left, Penn State left to right. Penn State looking to build off a pretty solid year last year, as opposed to Minnesota, an early exit in the first round of the NCAA tournament. And the puck is down. Penn State wins the opening draw. Crespo dumps the puck in, and Cal Thomas to retrieve. In net for Minnesota's Nathan Airy. In goal, Josh Fleming for Penn State. Here come the Gophers. Moody drops to Gruba. His shot tipped and it goes out of play just 18 seconds into this first period. It's the ice out at 3M Arena at Mariucci. The fans all wearing white with some towels on their seat as the crowd starts to come in. The game again just starting. Face off to the left of Fleming in Penn State's zone. Mooney on the draw. He wins it back at the point. Whipple sends it down low. Zemer picks it up. He'll reverse it down low and a cycle for Paulson. Paulson walks off the wall with a shot. That one goes just wide. Picked up by Mooney below the net. They'll battle for it. Picked up by Mooney. The right-handed shot works his way down the wall with a shot from the outside, but it's blocked. And here comes Penn State the other way. Ford sends it to the left side. Back to Ford, but he misses the pass, and the Gophers trying to spring with numbers. Whipple off the skate. And it goes all the way down, being icing on Minnesota. Less than a minute into this one, just 58 seconds. No shots for either team. Minnesota looking for their 6th win of the season after splitting a series against LIU. Long Island came into Mariucci taking game 1, 6-2. Minnesota bouncing back with a 6-3 win. Again, this Penn State team is loaded and dangerous, missing one of their top players in Aiden Fink. He's been out for a couple weeks with an injury. Gophers have the puck in their own zone. They try to clear. Held in by Penn State, and they send it back down low. Whipple to Romback. They work up the near wall. Cross ice to Brody Lamb. Lamb breaks it with some speed. Back door! Just wide by Beckett Hendrickson. He couldn't get the shot off. They still have it at the point. The Gophers with a point shot just goes wide. That was from Luke Middlestat. Fleming is without his stick, and they turn it over at the blue line. Here comes Jimmy Clark. Glove save, shoots off the post. Hendrickson scramble out in front. They can't find it. Fleming has it. Gophers just an inch away from scoring that one, but they ring it off the post. Fleming's stick is at the face-off, past the face-off dot right now. A scramble at the blue line. It was a turnover. Minnesota looking to capitalize, but they can't get it. Face off to the left of Fleming. It's the 4th line Misa, number 11 against Lucky, who gets kicked out of the draw, and Pritchard will draw in. Face off won by Misa. It goes to the corner. Crespo's got the puck now. He kicks it up to his winger. He can't clear the zone as Lucky's pressuring him. Cycles back down low, picked up by Jackson Smith. Penn State's able to break out, but they turn it over, and Rude finds the puck. Penn State's offside, but they tag up. Here comes Van Olm. He circles, gives it to the point man in Smith. Smith sends a shot just wide of the net, looking for a tip out front. That was Ben Schoen. He rings it back around to the point. Some good pressure from this 4th line for Penn State. Smith with a shot. That's blocked out in front. Schoen again with the puck on the wall. He takes a point shot. Airy was screened, didn't really see that one well, but it just goes over the net and bounces up high. Battle under the net for the puck. Pritchard on the wall. It's a pinch by Smith. Penn State holds it in momentarily, but Gruba clears it glass and out, and Penn State's forced to regroup. Turnover at the blue line, but Rude picks up the puck for Minnesota. They have it in their own zone. Up the middle to Javon Moore. Moore kicks it over to Mo. Mo back to Moore. Moore loses the puck, but he's got it back again down low, pressured by Makadowski. Put to the point for Romback. John Middlestat finds Mo in the slot. Middlestat with a shot. That's blocked out in front. Battle on it with Gadowski. Moore comes up with it and gives it to the point for Romback. Circles the wall. Penn State will just chip that one out. Begley has the puck right now at center ice. And here comes numbers for the Gophers. It was Mo looking for John Middlestat, and he'll just dump it in. Jackson Smith again with the puck. There's Gavin McKenna on the ice for Penn State right now. He's on this 3rd line with Dane Dowiak and Reese Lawback. Penn State will ice the puck. 16:23 left in this first period. Minnesota with the only 2 shots, and it was off that early scramble. Now it's Minnesota matching their 3rd line against Penn State's. Eric Paulson at center. Mooney on the left wing, Zimmer on the right. Penn State wins the draw. It's McKenna. He chips that one out. That's going to go all the way down for an icing. It'll be another face-off in Penn State zone. Penn State trying to change, but they'll have to send their players back. It's Collins that has to get back on the bench. He tried making a change. Face-off to the right of Fleming. Gophers win the draw. It's Mooney on the half wall. He takes a backhand shot, but that one sails in front of Fleming. Penn State clears the puck. Nice chip play by Lawback, but he can't get the puck back. Gophers will start up after a pass out behind the net from Cal Thomas. Zemer dumps the puck in off the right pad. Picked up by Eric Paulson. He's got the puck down low, battling for it. Picked up by Mooney again. To the point for Thomas with a quick shot, looking for the stick of Brody Zemer, but it just goes wide. And Penn State will just clear the puck. It was Lev Katzen trying to chip the puck out. He's got the puck again now. The freshman from Ontario, they turn it over. Here comes Lamb. Lamb with a shot just past the right post. And the puck is called offside. The faceoff will be just outside Penn State zone. So far, Minnesota carrying the play early on. So a couple of good looks for the Gophers. Earlier, Hendrickson had a chance. And Brody Zemer just fired that one past the post, almost making it 1-0. Gophers have a couple chances as the fans continue to file into the building. We're almost 5 minutes into this one. Penn State dumps the puck in. Wiebusch tipped it in. Battle in the right corner in the Gophers zone. Picked up by Serrato. He's pressured by Middlestat. Kicked up to the point by DeMarsico, but now Rombach has it. Gophers looking to start a rush, but they can't get anything from it. DeMarsico falls at center ice. Gophers have the puck again. Rombach on the breakout for Luke Middlestat. Oh, Jimmy Clark gets blown up on a big open ice hit. That was Carter Shade stepping up and leveling him. Return fire from Hendrickson as he looks to put the pressure on and get the fans going here at Mariucci. We're past the 5-minute mark in this first period. Penn State looking to break out. Some good pressure there from Tanner Lucky. But Misa has the puck in his own zone, looking to start out on the regroup. Having trouble with the puck with good pressure from Tate Pritchard. Turnover, Ludke can't hold it in at the blue line. Pritchard gives it back to Leo Gruba, who finds Whipple. Now they'll start up. Here comes Pritchard. Walking down the wall. Off-angle shot goes off the outside of the net. Couple Gophers and Nittany Lions battling for the puck, but it's Penn State coming up with the puck. Here comes Van Olm on the right wall. He sends it below the net. Misa battling for the puck with Townsend. Townsend has the puck, and the Gophers will start up 2-on-2, but they'll just dump that puck. And another open ice hit looking was Van Olm, the freshman from Alberta, looking to stir things up. Penn State dumps the puck in. Cal Thomas has it for the Gophers. Good forecheck there from Penn State. Wiebusch with a shot. Sorry, that was Lawback. That one went just wide. Good pressure from Gavin McKenna. Here's a point shot. Just wide. Lawback with the puck under the net. Circles for McKenna. Lawback has the puck again. The right-handed shot. Nice toe drag around Javon Moore. He sails that one high. Lawback again, just a workhorse on this shift right now to the point. They walk it. Shot just wide off the stick of Rude and out of play. It was a shot from Crespo, but good pressure from this Penn State line. That was their real first offensive zone chance after the Gophers held pace for the first 5 minutes. 3 shots for the Gophers, 1 for Penn State. It's a face-off to the right of Nathan Airy in the Gophers' defensive zone. On the draw is Charlie Serrato for Penn State against Eric Paulson. Penn State wins the draw. Point shot just goes wide. That was a good shot from Matt Godowski, the junior. Again, they kick it up to Godowski. He walks the line, tries to dance around Zemer. He loses it for a second. Penn State doesn't know where the puck is. Gophers, it was Paulson trying to spring Mooney, but the pass was just far in front of him. They had a 2-on-1 chance, and they'll call that one dead for icing. Faceoff comes back into the Gophers zone. 12:55 left to play in this first period. Another faceoff to the right of Nathan Airy. Cal Thomas forced to come back off the ice, onto the ice after the icing. Another face-off here. Won by Penn State. Chip shot just goes over the net. They battle for it. Held down low, Serrato. Centers. Hits off the skate of Paulson. Off the official. And Paulson's got the puck back as the Gophers look to start out. Luke Middlestat. And the Gophers just dump that one as they look for a line change. Zemer coming off the ice. Good forecheck by Beckett Hendrickson. They find Paulson in the slot. Turnaround shot. Hit a body out front, and it finds its way to Fleming, who covers that puck up. So 12:29 left here in the first period, and we'll take a break and be back here. Minnesota, Penn State on Radio K. All right, we're back here on Radio K. Minnesota versus number 5 Penn State at 3M Arena at Mariucci. Face off to the left of Fleming in Penn State's defensive zone. Face off won by Penn State. Chinda Graves has the puck on the right wall. He stops and burns Axel Begley. He's still got the puck up the middle. They drop it off. But it's John Middlestat coming up the puck. Good pressure there defensively. Drop pass to Mo in the slot. He sends that one over the net. Good angle by Jackson Smith to force Mo to the outside. Sorry, Middlestat, who found Mo in the slot. Here's a turnover. Good pressure from Fleming, but John Middlestat gives it to Javon Moore. Minnesota still has the puck in Penn State zone. Mo has the puck in the corner now. Right in front of the student section, looking back door. Good feed by Mason Mo, but Penn State's able to clear that puck there. Penn State coming off on a change. Here comes Mo with a shot off the right blocker there from Fleming. Penn State was going for a line change, so Minnesota had numbers for a second. Penn State the other way. It's Godowski. Good pressure from Luke Middlestat. They get the puck back. That draws a cheer from the crowd. Bagley clears it far side. Sorry, that was Clark to Beckett Hendrickson. He's got a short angle. Little Mohawk move as he keeps the puck. Pushes it off to Jimmy Clark. They send it back down low. Brody Lamb holds the puck in the corner, waiting for Jimmy Clark to pick up the puck. He dances on the half wall. Good pressure there. It's Misa now carrying out the puck. He finds Ben Schoen. Offside is Misa, but Schoen loses the puck anyways. Now Middlestat will start out for the Gophers. Luke Middlestat across the red line. He sends that one deep. Brody Lamb on the forecheck. He beats Carter Shade. They send it back down low, and here's Misa, the center. Sends it back down low. Turnover to the point. Here's a big shot from Whipple. That one just goes past the right post. And here's a spring out pass looking to find Misa. He's had a long shift, but a productive one. Off the end wall, weird bounce. Here comes Lawback. Curling shot. He scores. Reese Lawback. He breaks the ice here. A weird bounce off the wall. It comes out front to Lawback all alone. He pots his third of the season. As Penn State will take a 1-0 lead. Just a weird bounce after the Misa breakaway. Gruba sends it off the wall. Hits right behind the net off the post. Out front, all alone was Lawback, and he fires that one home. So Lawback with the shot to put Penn State up 1-0 and silence this Gopher crowd so far. We're near the midway point of the first period. Lawback's got the puck again. He tries to send it up the middle. Weird angle shot from him, but that one's stopped by Nathan Airy. Just Penn State's second shot of the game, and they found the back of the net on that one. Here comes Teddy Townsend, dumps the puck in deep. Pritchard on the forecheck. Casey Amin has the puck below the net. He waits to find a teammate. Lawback couldn't handle it. Chip off the wall from Mooney. Pritchard sends that one down low, and it's picked up by Fleming below the net. He'll find it back to Amin as they try to start out of the zone, but it's LJ Mooney who was pressuring on the wall to prevent Penn State from chipping that one out, but they get it out this time. Lawback flips it cross ice, looking for McKenna, batted down by Cal Thomas, and here comes Zemer on the steal. He drops it off to Paulson. Paulson sends it out front off the skate of Brody Zemer. It was a bit of a broken play, but the Gophers had a chance. Makadowski, far side to DeMarsico, but he can't catch the pass, and it's Begley now under his own net. Reverses it to Thomas, but Thomas can't handle it. Penn State at the point. It's turned over by Makadowski. He fanned on the pass, looking for his partner at the point. Mooney pulls up at the blue line, trying to find Zemer down low. He's taken down. Fans want to call, but they won't get one. Penn State starting out the other way. Across the blue line, DeMarsico tries to find his teammate Serrato in the middle, but he can't. It's broken up. John Middlestat has the puck now. He drops it off for Mo, but Mo's outside the zone, so the Gophers are going to have to tag up. Mo to Romback, goes cross corner, but that's going to be easily picked up there. Here comes Penn State with the puck. Dropped off to Serrato. Sorry, DeMarsico takes this shot there, but it's blocked, and Mo will chip the puck in. Fache with the puck. He's carrying it up and just dumps it in. Airy stops the puck down low for Whipple. Whipple reverses it to his defensive partner in Middlestat. Brody Lamb chips it off the wall for Jimmy Clark. He moves in all alone. Bouncing puck, and he can't get the shot off, but the Gophers have pressure now. Whipple. Point shot, chips just off the skate of Hendrickson, and that one goes wide. A quick shot from Jimmy Clark is stopped, and Gadowski will try to clear that one. Hits off the stick of Whipple all the way back in the Gopher zone. He skied that one out of the zone. Whipple now to his defensive partner. That's Luke Middlestat. He finds Lucky up the middle as the Gophers look to regroup. So a lot of good chances for Minnesota so far, but they're not able to capitalize as Penn State goes the other way. Luke Middlestat dumps it in off the stick of Pritchard, and Shade will start out for Penn State. Ben Schoen on the breakout. He finds Misa. Misa's moving up the middle. Shot, good save there by Nathan Airy. That one bounced on him for a second. It was a good, quick shot from Misa as he moved up with speed. And a 1-on-3 situation there. That could have been a dangerous shot. Penn State wins the draw. McKenna has it right now. He cycles off the wall for Lawback. Point shot, they score. Lawback again. A turn and fire from Lawback by the blue line beats Nathan Airy, and he's got two in this first period to put his team up 2-0. Reese Lawback. Number 3 and 4 on the season from the junior from California. So this Gopher crowd now deflated after playing those first 5 minutes with a lot of pressure, but just unable to get anything going, and Lawback finds the back of the net twice as Penn State leads this one 2-0 on the road. Penn State coming into this game with a 4-2-0 road record. Minnesota 4-5-1 in their home barn this season. Penn State has the puck now. They cross the Gophers' blue line. Here's a shot from Wiebusch. Good save there by Nathan Airy, point blank. And the Gophers look to come out with numbers as Mo is joined by 2 of his teammates in Middlestat. And Gruba jumped up on the rush, but Penn State clears it all the way back. That'll be no icing. Minnesota going for a line change, as Hendrickson will start up with the puck for the Gophers, looking for Jimmy Clark up the middle. That one goes all the way down, but no icing for Minnesota. Godowski has trouble with the puck in his own corner, and he'll flip that one all the way out to middle ice. On the regroup, Thomas finds Hendrickson. He'll chip that one in. It's good pressure by Nolan Collins, but the Gophers get the puck back. Godowski again. He's hit from behind from Beck and Hendrickson. Gophers have the puck again. Shot out front. They try to clear it. And now it's at the point for Cal Thomas. He finds Clark on the half wall. Another turn and shot, kind of similar to Lawback's shot that ended up scoring there. But Penn State's able to clear the puck out. Goes into their own bench. So it'll be a face-off to the right of Fleming in Penn State's zone. Nittany Lions up 2-0, 5:35 left in this first period. All right, we're back. 5:35 left in the first period. Minnesota off an offensive zone draw to the right of Fleming. Penn State up 2-0 though. Gophers leading shots 7-5. Eric Paulson loses the draw against Chindegraves. And here comes Penn State the other way. They'll chip it deep. Lev Katzen trying to beat Leo Gruba. Gruba gets help from Max Root, his defensive partner, and finds Mooney. Chip pass up the middle. Here comes Eric Paulson with the Gophers. Looking for a center pass with Zemer. The puck goes down low for this Gophers listed as their third line. Penn State crosses the red line and just chips that one far corner as they go for a line change. Rude to his partner. Up the middle for Lucky, but the pass was too hot. Here comes Van Olm the other way. Good stick by Gruba to knock that one out. Gophers having trouble in their own zone. Penn State with some good pressure. Nice forecheck by Van Olm, the freshman. They get it to the point. Penn State holds possession right now, but the Gophers just chip that one out as they look for a line change. Penn State regrouping in their own zone. Here comes Ben Schoen, the right-handed shot down the right wall. He beats Gruba. Out front. Nothing doing there, to the point for Collins. Collins with the high shot. That one flips over the net. Battle for it down low. Gruba has the puck. He's going to take his time. He goes glassing out. Just leaves the zone, and here come the Gophers the other way. Teddy Townsend pushes the puck to his forehand, but that one's offside. Minnesota looking to spring a 2-on-1 there. Faceoff will come just outside the zone. 4:05 left in this first period. Penn State again still leading 2-0. That one definitely offside as Townsend, the last second move to try to create some separation, actually just pushes him offside. Face-off won back by Dowiak, the captain for Penn State. McKenna sends it in deep. Airy stops the puck behind the net. He tries to clear it himself, but it hits off Lawback. The hot hand for Penn State off the top of the net. Two strange bounces. That one was on the top netting of the goal. Almost bounced in. Would have been a funky one to make it 3-0 Penn State. Here comes Gavin McKenna. Circling the wall, but he turns it over. Romback trying to clear for the Gophers, and they do. Javon Moore chips it in deep. John Middlestat fighting Godowski, but Collins rings it around to McKenna. McKenna picks the puck up on the far wall. He'll take his time and find Collins. The freshman skates past the blue line, but he's stopped by a stick from Mason Moe. Mo has the puck now. He'll take it in 1-on-2. Good body from Penn State as they retain possession again. So Penn State's starting to take a hold on this game, and it really started with that 2-0 lead. After coming out a bit flat where the Gophers were really clicking and had a couple chances and nearly made it 1-0 early on if it wasn't for a post. So Jimmy Clark waits at the blue line. He finds Brody Lamb. Lamb is tied up. Carter Shade with the puck in his own zone. He kicks it to his defensive partner. Casey Amon, and Penn State sends that puck in the zone. Here comes Whipple. He's wheeling it around the net with speed. Lamb drops it off for Jimmy Clark. Clark sends it down low on the forecheck with Crespo. LJ Mooney comes up with the puck. He circles the wall. Turn-in shot, but he fanned on that one. Now here comes Penn State the other way. They've got numbers if they hurry. 3-on-2. Awkward pass, and it's picked off there. And here come the Gophers the other way. They've got numbers. Paulson backdoor with Mooney. Mooney's pass chipped up and over the stick of Zemer as Penn State starts up the other way. Jackson Smith waits up for his center to come in. Middlestat pressuring down low. The Gophers have the puck, and they'll start up out of their own zone. Mooney misses a pass. Penn State able to hold the puck in for a second. Mooney pressured by two Penn State players. Here comes Misa. Nice forehand move. He beats Luke Middlestat. Looking for his player in the slot. That was Lev Katzen. Blue line hold attempt by Godowski, but he just gets that one with the skate, and it goes out of the zone. Here comes Penn State the other way. That one's ruled onside as they cross the zone. Van Olm looking for someone out front, but no one's there. Only white sweaters as here comes Lucky with an area pass for Pritchard. Pritchard down the right wall. Backhand. Big save there by Fleming. He gets low to the ice and stops Pritchard with his pad to keep this one 2-0 Penn State. Just a minute left in the first period. Pritchard all alone as he created separation off that nice pass. Going to his backhand there, but it's the right pad by Fleming to shut that one down. 1:07 left in this first period. Gophers lead in shots 8-5, but Penn State has two on the board, both from the junior Reese Lawback. Face off to the right of Fleming. Won by Penn State. Katzen tries to chip the puck in, but he loses it off the linesman, so Minnesota gets possession now. Here comes Cal Thomas. Nice deke past McKenna as he just chips that one down in the corner. Pritchard, stick lift, but McKenna comes up with the puck anyways. Here comes Amon down the right wall. Pinched by Cal Thomas, and he forces that one offside as Dowiak was a little ahead of the play. 44.5 seconds left in this first period. Face-off won by the Gophers. Romback has the puck. He chips it glassed and out, but it's held in there. Good step by Crespo, keeps the puck in, and Penn State tries to get a shot off. 30 seconds left in this first period. Point shot kicked off the pad from Nathan Airy. Middlestat has the puck down low, but he's pressured. Clark will try to chip and clear, and he does. And here comes Brody Lamb, leading point scorer for the Gophers. Penn State will just ring that one all the way around. 10 seconds left in the period. Last chance for the Gophers to get something going, but they'll just hold back in their own zone and kill clock as Penn State comes into Mariucci and takes a 2-0 lead in this first period. So Reese Lawback, the goal scorer, the lone goal scorer for Penn State, he pots two in this first period. His third and fourth of the season, 28th and 29th of his career. The San Jose Sharks draft pick, putting his team up 2-0. So we'll be back for the second period. Penn State leading Minnesota 2-0 at Mariucci. This is Eitan Schoenberg on Radio K. Welcome back for the second period. Penn State has a 2-0 lead on Minnesota. Both goals coming from Reese Lawback. So Penn State with 2 quick goals. Shots are 8-6 right now. Minnesota with 8, Penn State with 6. 20 seconds until this second period starts. I'm Eitan Schoenberg, alone on the call here for Radio K. So the last time these two teams met last season, Penn State won game 1, 4-3 in overtime. Minnesota won the second game 5-3. Penn State looking for win number 11 on the season and their 3rd win in the Big Ten. Gophers, on the other hand, their chase to getting to 500 continues as the puck is down here in the second period. Penn State moving right to left, Gophers moving left to right, and Penn State ices the puck right off the opening draw just 8 seconds into the second period. Mooney will take the face-off. He wins it back against Dowiak. Crespo has the puck. He chips it off to Lawback, the 2-time goal scorer in the first period. He tries to find McKenna, but it finds its way to Minnesota's zone. Turnover. Smith has the puck, and he got slashed up high. Gophers have a delayed penalty. They're signaling for Fleming to come off, but he doesn't see it. Penn State trying to get the attention, still not able to get the extra skater out. The official still has his arm up. It'll be a slashing penalty. Fleming finally comes out as Smith takes the puck below his own net, waiting for the extra skater to come out. It's Serrato. Here comes Penn State. Smith, big hit by Cal Thomas, sends him to the ice, and Minnesota will go on the penalty kill early in this second period. It's a slashing penalty on Brody Zemer. High stick, actually. It looked like a slash. It got, I believe it was Jackson Smith as he had the puck. Penn State's bench instantly stood up looking for a call, and they got one. So the Gophers will go on the penalty kill. Minnesota's penalty kill percentage, 67.4 so far this year. Penn State's power play, 21.4. McKenna has the puck. He kicks it to the point for Godowski. Godowski back at the point again. He finds Serrato. Serrato's on the right wall. Shot out front. Saved by Airy, but Minnesota still has the puck. It's DeMarsico who's screening out in front, and Weebush on the left circle looking for a one-timer. The right-handed shot. McKenna with a shot. That one's blocked. Here comes DeMarsico on the half wall, the far half wall that is. He walks up to the middle. Shot out in front, bounces. Good save by Airy, and he'll cover that one up. There was a bit of a scramble out in front, but Minnesota escapes that one. The Gopher student section giving their praises to Nathan Airy, who was sprawling out there, didn't really know where the rebound was. And it was Weebush creeping in on the back door. DeMarsico tried to stuff that one after making a move up the middle. So it's a face-off to the right of Airy. They keep this top unit out for Penn State's power play. Gophers win the draw, and Luke Middlestat rings it to Devon Moore, who just clears that one. Fleming stopping the puck for Jackson Smith as Penn State looks to start out with this top power play unit. Just a minute left in their first power play of the game. Smith drops it off to McKenna. He gives it to Weebush on the right wall. Weebush carries in, looking up the middle, but it's off the skate of Paulson and trickles in on Nathan Airy. He smothers that one. 56 seconds left in this Penn State power play. A minute 58 into the second period. So a couple of good looks. If Weebush gets to the back door faster on that one, it's 3-0 Penn State. Bit of shuffling for Penn State. They keep McKenna out there and Smith at the point still, but they shuffle a couple other players, getting Misa in the mix, along with Lawback, but the puck exits the zone. On the kill is Brody Lamb and Jimmy Clark as the forwards for the Gophers, and then Cal Thomas and Romback, who has the puck now. He shoots that one all the way down the ice, but it goes into the Gopher bench, and it'll be a face-off in Minnesota's zone. 42 seconds left in this Penn State power play. So on the draw is Lawback. He's got Misa and McKenna. Van Olm was on the wall, but the Gophers try to clear the puck, and it does. They chip it out. Here comes Brody Lamb shorthanded. He's got a one-on-one. Spin move. He just is going to take his time. He couldn't beat the defenseman there, so smart play by Brody Lamb to just kill some clock. 30 seconds left on this Penn State power play. They'll send it all the way down. 20 seconds left. McKenna now. He gives it to Lawback. Lawback, big hit by Cal Thomas. That draws reaction from the crowd. And Thomas with the clear all the way down the ice. 10 seconds left on this Penn State power play. Great shift by Cal Thomas to kill the rest of this Penn State power play, and we're back at even strength. See if that can jolt the Gophers and give them some momentum as they have the puck below their own net. Mooney tries to keep it in, but that one's kept at the point and shot wide by Amin. Gophers still not able to clear. Amin pinches again. LJ Mooney with the puck now. He'll take his time. Gophers will finally be able to clear the zone. Whipple off the stick of Hendrickson, picked up by Mooney. Mooney moves in 1-on-3. Good stick there by Ben, shown to the point for Whipple. Point shot, swallowed up by Fleming. Not sure if he knew if he had that one. So a penalty kill from the Gophers early on the high sticking from Brody Zemer as they have a face-off in the offensive zone to the right of Josh Fleming. He's got a .934 save percentage, just one loss so far this year. Face-off won by the Gophers. John Middlestat has the puck. He kicks it to the point for Begley. Point shot, tipped in front, and they score. That one might be Begley, but it was the point shot. It took a redirect. And this Gopher crowd is on their feet as Minnesota gets on the board. It's 2-1 Penn State. So offensive zone pressure. With John Middlestat circling in the corner, he just kicks it out to the point and finds Bagley, who rips that one home. So far credited to Axel Bagley. It looked like it did redirect off of something. First goal of the season for Axel Bagley, his first career goal in game number 39. We've got a whistle here as Townsend's getting stirred up with a Penn State player. The official and the linesman had their arm up. Shots are even 10-10, and Townsend will actually go to the box. So right after cutting the lead in half, Minnesota goes back on the penalty kill. Teddy Townsend's going to the box. Two minutes for boarding for Teddy Townsend. So Penn State will get another power play look after allowing a goal here from Axel Bagley. So it's just in front of the Penn State bench, and Townsend crunches a player on a hit, and he'll go to the box for that one for two. So top unit back out for Penn State. Serrato on the draw. He's got Wiebusch to his left. On the outside of the circle behind him is Gavin McKenna. At the point, Makadowski. And Serrato gets kicked out of the draw, so DeMarsico will slide it and take it. But it's won by the Gophers. LJ Mooney. Puck chips out of play right off the faceoff. Just 3 seconds into this Penn State power play. They get their second look of the game. So Serrato at the draw against Mooney again. Serrato the lefty, Mooney the righty. Face-off won by the Gophers again, and Luke Middlestat quickly clears as that one rings all the way back down into Penn State's zone. Matt Godowski has the puck. He fakes the drop-off. This time actually gives it off to McKenna. Here comes McKenna on the left wall. He pulls up but loses the puck to Luke Middlestat. Middlestat clears all the way down the ice again. So Penn State so far unable to set up in the Gophers zone just 30 seconds into this power play. Godowski again. He gives it to DeMarsico, who loses the handle, and Middlestat's able to clear that one. Serrato rings it around. McKenna on the forecheck. Turnover right to Serrato. He walks in. Glove saved by Nathan Airy off a bad turnover. So a big save by Airy there on Serrato, who just was gifted the puck at the point as he walked in pretty much uncontested. But Airy steps up to the challenge to keep this a one-goal game. Paulson on the face-off against Lawback. To the left of Airy, the Gophers win the draw. Another face-off win for them on this penalty kill. Zemer will clear, hits off the stick of Misa, so it doesn't go all the way down, but the Gophers got the puck out nonetheless. McKenna stays out for the second unit. Here comes Misa moving up the middle. He's got some speed. Elects for a shot, but it's blocked by Thomas. Lawback gets the puck back to Gavin McKenna. He walks in, switches places with Jackson Smith. Back to the point for McKenna. McKenna fakes the one-timer Smith. Smith fans on the puck for a second, but he still got it. Down the wall for Misa. Misa to the corner, rings it back around for McKenna. 30 seconds left on this power play for Penn State. Here's Lawback, looking far side for Misa. Misa sends that one through the crease. Here's Lawback with the puck again, the right-handed shot. Over to McKenna. McKenna a shot. That one sails over the net, but held in the zone by Misa. Now it's Lawback. Down low to McKenna. Point shot by Smith. Loose out in front. Just tipped wide. Even strength as Nathan Airy swallows that one up. Overall, a pretty solid penalty kill from the Gophers, not letting Penn State get many chances aside from that turnover to Serrato. So we're a little over 5 minutes in to this second period. Penn State still up 2-1. Shots are 13-10. Minnesota, they're another penalty kill. Face off one in the defensive zone by the Gophers. Gruba, easy breakout to Pritchard. He's got Townsend up the middle. Pritchard pinched on the wall as the puck goes down low. Pritchard still hard on the forecheck. He picks up Shade. Gophers get the puck back to the point for Whipple. Whipple walks the point, fakes the shot. That one makes its way to Fleming. A little head fake, but Whipple flips that one in. Easy save for Fleming. Face-off will be to his right. So Bagley still credited with this goal. The deflection might have been off a Penn State player. Minnesota wins the face-off. Here's Gruba, fires that one wide, but Fleming lost his balance for a second. Shade will start out. He finds Katzen. Katzen loses the puck. And now Gruba off the wall. Turned over to Chinda Graves, but the Gophers have the puck back anyways. Flipped cross corner. Here's Javon Moore on the forecheck. Now Mason Moe picks the puck up to the point for Gruba. Up the middle is Bagley looking for a second one. Shot gets on goal, but it's saved by Fleming. Off the wall, here comes Wiebusch. But the Gophers able to pick up the puck off a missed pass. Cross corner is Gruba again. Amin gives it to his defensive partner in Shade. Shade rings it all the way around for Wiebusch, but that one goes all the way down. No icing. Gophers have it behind their own net. Middlestat looking for a stretch pass to Mooney. Mooney can't trap it, but he gets the puck back. Going hard is Zemer. Over to Paulson. Paulson fans on the shot. The one-time play as he was creeping in on the right circle. Couldn't get that shot off. Gophers sustained forecheck pressure. Paulson walks off the wall. He flips that one out front looking for Zemer, who is screening Fleming. stuff attempt, and Fleming will cover. Looks like Penn State might get a penalty here. It was a late hit out front. So Jackson Smith will go to the box. Minnesota going on the power play. Jackson Smith gets a 2-minute penalty for cross-checking. 12:37 left in this second period. Minnesota down 1. They look to equalize it on the power play when we come back. All right, we're back here on Radio K. I'm Eitan Schoenberg alone in the booth. Gophers and Penn State. Nittany Lions have a 2-1 lead here in the second period, but the Gophers on the power play. Their first look at the game. Face-off won by Penn State in their defensive zone, and they clear all the way down the ice as area will set up for Luke Middlestat, who has the puck below his own net. Jackson Smith on the cross-check, the defenseman. Has another minute 40 in the box as the Gophers enter the zone. They ring it around. Zemer has the puck now. He gives it to Ludke, who's in the corner. Ludke sends it down low for LJ Mooney. To the point for Middlestat over the Lamb on the near side. Mooney on the far wall. He walks toward the middle. Fakes the shot. One-timer, they score. Brody Zemer rips that one, and the Gophers tie the game on the power play. Gopher faithful on their feet. LJ Mooney fakes the shot up the middle. All alone is Brody Zemer, and he wires that one home. Gophers are tied with number 5 Penn State at home. Here comes Penn State the other way. Shot just goes wide. Gadowski has the puck in the Gophers' corner. Picked up by Serrato. He looks for DeMarsico out front. No shot allowed. Gadowski looking back door. Here come the Gophers the other way. 3-on-2. Across the blue line is Lamb. He's picked off by Gadowski, but he's got the puck back below the goal line. Out in front for Beckett Hendrickson, and he fans on that shot. Here comes Penn State the other way. Penn State rings it around. They send the puck back down low. Thomas now with it. Sends it out of the zone. Penn State will regroup in their own zone. Smith, who took the penalty for Penn State that allowed the Gophers to even the game, on the ice now with the puck. He gives it to McKenna. McKenna walking in. Shot off the blocker by Airy. Down low is Dowiak. Out front for Lawback, looking to complete the hat trick. They send it out front again, but they can't get anything from it as the Gophers clear. On the chase is Javon Moore. He lays a big hit down low on Crespo. That draws reaction from the crowd, and here comes Mo the other way. Mo off the wall, shot off the pad of Fleming, bounces out, rebound, but Penn State's able to clear that one. Gruba on the chase, back in his own zone below the net, reverses for Whipple. Whipple stops and takes his time. He finds Mo. Mo, reverse hit there. on Dowiak as the Gophers get the puck the other way. Here comes John Middlestat, shot off the pad, rebound, sent just wide, scramble out in front. They score! Mason Moe, it's 3-2 Minnesota. Fleming came out of the net. 3 straight for the Gophers. And Moe is fired up along with this crowd. Gophers get 3 quick ones and they suddenly have the lead. Just a broken play out front as Fleming was on the goal line all alone. Mason Moe in front. He turns around and fires that one in. Huge goal from Mason Moe, his 4th of the season. So a complete turnaround for the Gophers in this second period. Held in at the point. Shot from Ruth is blocked out front. Ludke loses a stick. Shea trying to clear now. Here comes Misa the other way for Penn State. Now Pritchard has the puck. He curls by the red line, turns it over. Here comes Van Olm the other way. Chips it down low for Misa. Battle in the corner. Van Olm kicks the puck out back to the point for Smith. Smith with a point shot blocked by Ludke. Gophers just able to clear the puck as Smith dances with it at the red line and sends that one in his backhand all the way back below the Gophers goal line. 9 minutes left here in the period. Chance coming down from the Gopher student section. They dump the puck in deep. On the forecheck was Zemer. He lays a hit down low. Suddenly the Gophers have life. Here's the other way. It's Penn State. Smith with the puck now. Shot off the blocker from Airy. Penn State's able to hold the puck. It's Katzen now. Loses it to Zemer. Zemer on the wall. Just chips that one out. Forced to regroup is Penn State. Crespo to the far side. Off the wall turnover. Here comes Minnesota the other way. Mooney goes cross ice and it's picked off by Crespo. Here comes Serrato in the zone. Gophers clear it and just send it deep. Couple players colliding near center ice. 8 minutes left here in this second period. Here comes Godowski. He finds DeMarsico at the blue line, waiting. Curl and drag from DeMarsico off the helmet of Airy, but it stays in play. Nice move by Jimmy Clark to spring Brody Lamb. They come in 2-on-2. Curl and drag. Shot blocked there. Here comes Penn State the other way. Fache has the puck. He looks to center it all alone in front. That one's blocked. Penn State not able to get a shot off there. Spring pass looking for Whipple. The defenseman was trying to creep up. He finds the puck again. They turn the other way. 2-on-2. Here come the Gophers. Good stick there by Lawback. Puck now down below the Penn State goal line. Nice play by Hendrickson to keep that one alive. Here come the Gophers. Moe surveying. He finds cross ice. Javon Moore with a shot. That one's blocked by Dowiak. And Penn State's able to clear. Begley goes cross ice. These Gophers just moving back and forth. They've got a lot of energy right now, but Fleming will trap the puck. Here's a nice reaction from the crowd reacting to the Gophers' sudden spring in momentum to take a 3-2 lead here. So those 3 goals, the first one, 3:38, coming from Axel Begley, the shot from the point. Then 2 quick ones is Zemer on the power play, that wicked one-timer, and Mason Moe, who's on the draw right now. 7:06 left in the second period. He's facing off against Dowiak. Dowiak wins the draw to Collins. Now McKenna can't handle that one as the Gophers will regroup in the neutral zone, try to dump that one in deep. McKenna up the middle for Dowiak. Javon Moore tries to chip that one out. Off the skate of Pritchard, and the Gophers have the puck in their defensive zone as they regroup now. Luke Middlestat up the middle, missed pass for Moe, and now they'll go all the way down for an icing, but it's Pritchard on the forecheck. He negates that one, but Penn State's able to come up with the puck out of the zone cleanly. Here comes Gavin McKenna across the red line. He finds Lawback, but Lawback can't handle the puck. Gophers go cross ice. McKenna just sends that one below the Gophers goal line as they go for a line change. Cal Thomas up the middle for Ludke. Ludke's 1-on-3 right now. Looking for Pritchard on the right wall. But Penn State's able to come up with that one. Townsend. Picked off by Van Olm. Walks in with a shot off the blocker. Big rebound, but it stays in the zone. Smith chips that one out of play. 5:52 left in this second period. Minnesota taking a 3-2 lead off a surge of goals in this second period. We'll be back here on Radio K. All right, we're back. 5:52 left in the second period. Gophers have a 3-2 lead on number 5, Penn State. I'm Eitan Schoenberg on the call for Radio K. Face off to the right of Airy in the Gophers defensive zone. Mooney will take the draw against Luke Misa, the freshman from Ontario. Shots are 17 apiece. Face off, won by Penn State, but the Gophers come up with it. Paulson dances. He's got the puck 1-on-3, takes it to the corner, but he's knocked down. That was Crespo. They turn the puck over down low momentarily, but Penn State starts out the other way. Nice backhand pass from Smith. Misa leaves it for Schoen. Goes cross-ice, Schoen again with the puck. Drops it off. Here comes Van Olm up the middle for Jackson Smith. Smith curls and sends that one down low, but it's picked off by Gruba. Here come the Gophers the other way. Gruba across the blue line. Good stick by Jackson Smith there. As Ben Schoen takes it into the zone for Penn State. He works to his backhand down below the goal line. Rings it out, but no one's there. To the point. Fache with a shot blocked by Jimmy Clark. 5 minutes left in this second period. Gophers still have a 3-2 lead. Makadowski. Here come Penn State, and they rip a shot over the net. That was DeMarsico off the turnover. Shot over the net. Gadowski sends the puck down low for Wiebusch, looking for a quick play out front. Serrato not able to handle it, and the Gophers will just clear the puck. Fache turns it over. Up the middle is Hendrickson. Chips that one on net, and it's shut down by Fleming. So Hendrickson, he's a sneaky forward. Upset with himself on that one that he couldn't handle it, but man, he's dangerous down low as Fache turns the puck over, and a quick one-handed shot there from Hendrickson is swallowed up. Fleming makes save number 15 on the evening. Face off to his left. Clark on the draw against the captain, Dowiak. Face off won by Penn State. Collins has the puck down low to Lawback. Cross ice to McKenna, back to Lawback. They carry over the blue line. Lawback protecting the puck to his forehand. He circles the zone. Still with the puck, but it's picked off by Hendrickson. Good pressure from Rombach, who is following him. Gophers come the other way, 3-on-2. Hendrickson up the middle. Here's Jimmy Clark with a shot blocked away by Fleming. Now it's Reese Lawback with the puck. He takes his time, but it's cleared up the middle to Brody Lamb. He has to wait for his teammate to tag up. Hendrickson after a long shift. Carter Shade starts up the other way. Here comes Lawback, goes cross ice. That one's actually gloved by Airy. Now here's Whipple to Middlestat. Middlestat at his blue line, over the center ice line. Missed pass goes all the way down below the goal line, but Gopher is able to come up on the forecheck. Quick shot by Javon Moore. from the top of the circle, swallowed up by Fleming. His 17th save of the evening. 3:37 left in this second period. Gophers still up 3-2. Face off to Fleming's right. On the draw is Chindagraves. He wins the puck to his winger. Lev Katzen circles for a second. He's going to drop that one off for his defenseman Smith, who chips it up to Ford. That one goes all the way below the Gophers' goal line. Whipple now pressured, but he's able to just get that one to the half wall. Whipple again just chips that one all the way out. Hits off the glove of Crespo. Good forecheck pressure there by Mo. Mo's got the puck now. He tries to send that one cross corner, but it's a flipped pass, and that one's picked off easily by Penn State. Here comes Katzen the other way across the blue line to his forehand. Gophers chip it out of the zone. Godowski trying to hold the blue line. Here comes Penn State across the blue line. Shot, save off the pad from Airy. And the Gophers clear the zone for a second, but Van Olm has the puck the other way to Godowski. Cross the blue line. Big slap shot is blocked away and out of play by Nathan Airy. Save number 17 of the game for Airy. So Airy in his third year for the Gophers. A lot of expectation out of him from Motzko after Close left the program a couple years ago. Of course, last year, Soulier was the starter for Minnesota, former Penn State goalie. But he's been splitting time with DePasco this year. Gophers trying to clear their zone. Townsend's unable. Now Tanner Lutke has it. He's going to try to flip that one up the middle, but it's turned over to Penn State. Here comes Serrato the other way. DeMarsico stops on the wall on the near side. He curls off the wall with a quick shot. That one's blocked out front. Penn State still has the puck down low. They battle for it. Weird bounce out front. No one knew where it was except for DeMarsico, but he shot that one wide. DeMarsico again, one-timer. 2 saves there from Airy. 2 minutes left in this second period. Gophers able to clear the zone. Penn State trailing 3-2 after leading 2-0 in this period. Gophers 3 straight goals up the middle. That one rolls in on Airy, who just sweeps the puck to the far wall. Minnesota's able to clear, looking for Mooney on the stretch pass, but that one's picked off by Collins. Here comes McKenna across the line. He finds Dowiak. Fires that one past the glove of Airy, but that one misses the net. Penn State able to hold the zone. Collins up the wall. The 72s battle for it on the far wall. McKenna and Paulson, it comes out to the point. Collins works the point. Shot, that one goes just wide on Airy. Penn State still has the puck now, but it's picked off by Zemer as the Gophers start 3-on-2. Up the middle, it's Paulson. Back to Zemer. Zemer to the trailing Begley with a shot. That one's on the ice and swallowed up by Fleming. Begley looking for his second of the game and second of his career there, but Fleming is tall to the task. Lawback and Paulson go at it in the defensive zone, but they're cleared out by the officials. 1:05 left here. Good patience by Zemer to wait for the trailing Axel Begley. Face off to the right of Fleming in Penn State's defensive zone. Gophers win the draw. Quick shot from Thomas, just swallowed up by the chest of Fleming. Not much traffic out front, but the idea was just to get that there quickly. Gophers leading in shots right now, 22-21. Face off on the same side. Clark and Chindagraves. They dig for it. It goes to the corner. Chindagraves comes out with the puck. They go cross ice. Here comes Katzen cross the red line. He'll hold the puck as he tries to skate past Middlestat, but he's rubbed up against the wall. Chindagraves spins off Clark. He goes to the point for Smith. Smith walks the point. Misses the shot and gets a high stick, and the Gophers are going to go on the power play. That one will probably be a high stick, I imagine. Although they're discussing it, the officials right now with Crespo. And here comes the call. High sticking on Jackson Smith, another penalty for Smith. Gophers were able to capitalize on that power play, of course. It was Brody Zemer on the one-timer off the feed from LJ Mooney. So Smith just fans on the shot and ends up clipping a Gopher up high. So Minnesota with another look on the power play. They look to extend their lead to 2 with just 35 seconds left in the second period. Ludke on the draw. They dig for it on the face-off. That one's under Ludke. Gophers come out with the puck. Middlestad over to Lamb. Lamb looks for a teammate, but he can't find anyone. As Penn State clears, Carter Shade fires that one all the way down the ice. 20 seconds left in this period. Here comes Luke Middlestad up the ice. They look to get one more rush. He burns Serrato coming into the zone. Zemer flings that one up the middle, and that one will clear the zone. 5 seconds left in this period. And Mooney will just skate the timeout as the Gophers take a power play and a 3-2 lead against Penn State into the third frame. So Gopher goal scorers in this second period. They're down 2-0. 2 quick first period goals from Reese Lawback. Axel Begley gets his first career goal from a point shot, followed up by Brody Zemer on the power play. He stays hot. Then 2 minutes later, Mason Moe finds one, and the Gophers have a 3-2 lead over Penn State as they look to hold on. So we'll be back for the third period. I'm Eitan Schoenberg on Radio K. right, welcome back. Gophers have a 3-2 lead on number 5 Penn State right now after a second period surge. I'm Eitan Schoenberg on the call. Alongside me, joining me for this third period is my color analyst, Sam Constant.
Well, it's good to join you here tonight. Just got over from the women's hockey game, Gopher women losing 3-1 to Minnesota State Mankato. But, you know, good game to hop into. Sounds like a pretty high level of play, and I'm excited to get some eyes on Gavin McKenna in person for the first time.
So recounting this game so far is Minnesota 50 seconds away from puck drop in the third period. It was Reese Lawback. The puck bounced off the back wall, off the side of the net, right out front, point blank. Lawback buries his third of the season. Then from the point, he does a turn and fire shot. Lawback gets a second of the evening, fourth goal of the year, 2-0 Penn State. 13 minutes into the first period, they take that 2-0 lead into the second period. Gophers had a good start to the game, ringing a post early on, but couldn't get anything on the board. So 3:38 into the second period, Axel Bagley rips a shot from the point. That one finds its way in the net. First career goal for Axel Bagley against a pretty tough opponent too. Brody Zemer on the power play. The wicked one-timer from the left side beats Fleming. 7th of the year for Zemer. 2-2. 2 minutes later, Mason Moe on a scramble out front. Fleming out of the net. He finds the back of the net. 3-2 is where we stand. Puck going down. Minnesota on the power play. Penn State wins the draw. They'll kill time in their own zone. Dowiak flings that one all the way across ice as the Gophers will be forced to start out. Smith with his second penalty of the game. This one for high sticking, the first one for a cross check. Carrying over the red line is Lamb. He finds Ludke. Mooney chips it down low. Penn State able to clear. A leaping Luke Middlestat tries to hold that one in at the point, but he's unable. And Middlestat has the puck below the goal line.
Ludke was completely taken out of that play. He went down right along that near board on the left side.
Here comes Middlestat carrying in the zone. He has it below the goal line, pressured by Fachet. He rings the puck around, kept in the zone by Ludke on the near wall. Down low in the corner for Ludke, the left-handed shot, kicks it out to the point for Mooney. Mooney surveying, rips a shot from the point. Crossing was Tanner Ludke, but Fleming's able to come up with the save. 21 seconds left on the power play.
I like that idea there. I think definitely not expecting that one in net for Fleming. Able to get eyes on it, but looked like he was going to circulate. Kept moving his body towards that far side of the rink from us. Just getting the quick shot off. Good job by Fleming tracking it down, but I think that was a nice idea over there from Mooney.
Face off to the left of Fleming. They battle for it on the draw. Minnesota comes up with the puck. It's Hendrickson. He's had a good game below the goal line. Sends it to the point, but it's off the skate of Cal Thomas, and the Gophers have to regroup. That'll do it for the power play. We're even strength. 18:35 left in this third period. Gophers hanging on to a 3-2 lead right now. Out front was Hendrickson trying to center that one, held at the point. Gruba rings it down low for Hendrickson again. He's pressured. Makadowski comes out with the puck. He finds Ben Schoen, his winger, crossing the red line. Turns it over for a second, and Pritchard springs Hendrickson. He's 1-on-3. Gets bodied down there, and here comes Smith the other way for Penn State, cross the red line. Penn State moving left to right. Here comes Schoen. Down low for Katzen. He spins off of Whipple. Now at the point to Crespo. Crespo with a shot blocked by Moore. That one's in the corner. A couple players battle for it. It rings around to Smith at the point. One-timer Katzen, but he doesn't get all of that when it goes to the corner. Gopher is able to clear the zone. It goes all the way down for an icing. As Javon Moore is not able to handle that one, and we'll have a face-off to the left of Nathan Airy in the Gophers' defensive zone.
Well, the Gophers really needed a clear there. Couldn't quite get it. A couple of times they've really congregated on the puck. There have been some wide-open Nittany Lions pretty far off puck. They've been doing somewhat of a good job spreading the puck out along the ice, but I think with the way the Gopher defense is trying to suffocate the puck right now, just keeping it moving would be a really good game plan here.
Face-off won by Penn State. They hold it in the zone right now. But the Gophers are able to clear it. Cross ice is more. That one's going to go all the way down for another icing, and we'll have another face-off in the Gophers' defensive zone.
Well, just 2:36 into this third period. Gophers, again, starting off on that power play, shortened power play. Couldn't do a whole lot with it. Maybe got 2 shots off. And then Penn State has done a really good job controlling the offensive zone. Gophers really need a change here. Starts with a face-off win from Paulson. We'll see if he can get it here.
Dowiak and Paulson on the draw. Minnesota comes up with the puck. Romback off the wall. Pinched by Godowski, but the Gophers able to get it out of the zone. John Middlestat sends it down low. Middlestat, he's got 2 assists tonight. His brother Luke Middlestat also has 1 on the Brody Zemer power play goal. Lawback just floats that one in, gloved by Nathan Airy. He'll take the whistle. Penn State up to 22 shots. Minnesota with the edge right now at 23. In the face-off dot right now, similar story. Minnesota with the edge in face-offs 23-22. They lead in blocks 14-9.
The Gophers are a team that often can get a little greedy instead of just going for a change, trying to put on some offensive zone pressure, and it showed there. They just wanted to get rid of it as soon as they cross that red line, get some fresh skaters, and see what this line can do.
Face off to the left of Airy. Gophers come up with it for a second, but Penn State gets it back. Wiebusch finds his defenseman at the point. Penn State walking off the wall. They try to get a shot off. That was Makadowski, but it's smothered. Down low for Ludke. He rings it around to Middlestat. Middlestat plays it up to the point, but it's pinched by Amon. Penn State, Amon again with the puck at the point. He looks for a shot, but that one goes wide. Luke Middlestat coming up with it. He's pressured there by DeMarsico, and they're able to clear. That one might not go for icing, but it does. Close call and a reaction from the crowd. Minnesota with another icing here to start this third period.
Well, there was a great play earlier on that from Luke Middlestat, pouncing on a rebound. There was a puck to the left of Airy that could have made its way to a Nittany Lion waiting there to pounce on it. And Middlestat, just a great job jumping on it and stopping that play from happening. And then, like you said, just a really close icing call. I think probably could have beaten it to that backboard, but leaves us off in the Gopher defensive zone.
Face-off won by the Gophers. It's in the far corner. Ben Schoen has the puck now off a turnover from Minnesota. He walks in. He's got a lot of room. Schoen, the right-handed shot, fires that one off the outside of the net. Townsend up to Pritchard. Pritchard goes glassing out. Minnesota a little passive to start this third period. Already 4 minutes in. Van Olm tips the puck into the far corner. Bagley glassing out. That one nearly escaped the playing surface. Jackson Smith up to his winger Van Olm. They chip the puck in deep. Cal Thomas on the reverse for Bagley. Bagley tries to go up the wall to Lamb. Gophers able to execute the breakout, but Lamb fans on the pass. Lawback looking for Van Olm. His stick breaks trying to receive the pass, and the Gophers go the other way. Some commotion for whatever reason. Maybe surrounding the broken stick. Off the wall turnover is Thomas. To Lawback up the middle looking for the hat trick. Banks off the wall. Dowiak almost potted that one. Smith down the far wall right now. The left-handed shot drops it off for McKenna. McKenna to the point. Dowiak one-timer blocked by Beckett Hendrickson. Puck goes to the corner. Bagley to retrieve. He goes glassing out again. Gophers so far just this defensive mindset. They're just looking to kill clock right now, but here comes Penn State the other way. McKenna's pass picked off. And the puck goes out of play. Looks like it'll be another defensive zone draw for the Gophers just 5 minutes into this third period. They're on their heels right now.
This is as defensively as I've seen the Gophers play a one-goal game in a while. They are really on their heels, just taking every single clear chance they get and dumping it in, not even trying to create some pressure. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but I think they do have to take advantage of those chances when they come, and if you just keep letting Penn State reload, eventually they're going to break through. They've got enough talent on the team to do that.
So it's an odd scenario for the Gophers. Do you play a lot of offense, or do you sit back and play defense? Right now, sitting back, they've got 15 minutes to kill against the number 5 team in the country, so it'll be a tall task. Penn State looks to clear their own zone. They chip that one deep on the forecheck. Braden Ford, that one's down below the Gophers' goal line. A couple players battle for it. Comes up. Chindegraves picked off by Zemer. Cross ice to Mooney. Mooney will enter the zone. 4 Penn State players back, but Mooney takes it in by himself. Good last-minute stick by Casey Ahmed. Puck still in Penn State zone. Held in by Max Rude. He sends that one. Tries to send that one down low, but it's held out of the zone by Penn State. Rude on the backhand chips it. Cross corner. Moore tries to get the puck, but Penn State's able to come up with it. Gopher crowd starting to come alive. Moore goes the other way, 3-on-3. He's on his backhand. Flips it out front off the blocker of Fleming. That one had eyes.
Middlestat was there too, creating a lot of traffic in front of Fleming. Just didn't quite get a chance to get the stick on it.
Here's Serrato on his backhand, looking to center out front. Couldn't handle it, was Weebush. DeMarsico with the shot. That one's gloved easily by Nathan Airy. 13:31 left in this second period.
I think John Middlestat was involved in that play too. Just got that stick out there and maybe took away a shot there. And so Middlestat involved on both sides of the ice, providing some good support in front of the crease defensively on his own side and then putting some pressure on Fleming.
So Penn State knocking on the door right now of equalizing this game. They've got a face-off to the right of Airy in the Gophers' defensive zone, but Minnesota is able to come up on the draw. Pressure from Penn State. They hold possession now in the offensive zone. Point shot sails over the net. Fache trying to hold the puck in. And there's a slashing call. Fache's going to go. Delayed penalty on Penn State. Gophers get Airy out. They've got the extra attacker on. Here's Ludke. Back to Gruba. And way offside is Tanner Ludke, but that'll be a whistle. And the faceoff comes out of the zone, but the Gophers are going on another power play.
Well, this is a really bad mistake for Penn State. You've got the Gophers playing defensively. Penn State has enough talent. This is not a team that you can just try and kill off 15 minutes defensively minded. You've got to create some drives, get them tired out of being in their own zone. Now, I would be happy to be proven wrong if the Gophers keep playing defensively and come away with it, but Penn State, I think, just has too much talent for that to work.
Offensive zone draw for Minnesota, correcting myself, as the Gophers were offside on that play that ended up drawing the whistle. So here's Middlestat in his own zone. He's going to take it up. Drops it back off the wall for Brody Lamb. He carries across the red line, enters the zone for Minnesota, sends that one in, but first to the puck is Ahmed. Pressured by L.J. Mooney on the near wall. Luke Middlestat holds it in at the blue line. Just stays in the zone as Ludke tries to go up the middle, but it's picked off by Collins. He doesn't have enough steam to take it in. Dowiak with the puck now. Curlin drag shot, that's swallowed up by Airy. He's going to hold on to that one. Dowiak couldn't get the clean shot off the left-handed shot, dragged that one to the middle, but it was stifled for a second and just rolled its way in to Nathan Airy. And we've got a face-off in the defensive zone. 1:17 left on this Gophers power play. Shots are even, 23 apiece.
Well, earlier on that play, Chindegraves was fighting for his life. He was down on the ice, still fighting for the puck. Not only ate up a decent amount of time, but eventually was able to get enough of a stick on that puck to lead to the clear and that chance going the other way, shorthanded for the Lions.
Two shorthanded goals for Penn State this year, one from Dane Dowiak, the other one from Nick Chindegraves. Gophers carry across the blue line. They've got a minute left on this power play. Second unit out there now. Paulson down below trying to find Pritchard out front. If they hurry, they've got a shorthanded 2-on-1. Here's McKenna out the middle, but it's picked off. McKenna's shot just goes wide. He had Serrato crashing back door. Pressure again off the side of the net. That one clears the zone. Here comes the Gophers the other way, 3-on-2. Hendrickson across the line for Pritchard, cross ice. He looks for Paulson. Paulson has it on the near wall. They'll set up on this power play. 30 seconds left. Paulson, shot out front. He had a screen from Beckett Hendrickson, but it's off the pad of Fleming. And Penn State's Gavin McKenna again across the blue line, able to clear. Nice move, but it's poke checked by Gruba. 10 seconds left on this Gopher power play. That will do it, it looks like, as Minnesota will just kill the rest of the time and wait for a line change.
Couple moments there where the Gophers were able to set up, but for the most part, really good kill by Penn State, able to just kill a lot of the time off the power play and then turn it into a couple shorthanded chances.
So we've got an icing on Penn State. They didn't realize it was even strength, so they fired that one down the ice as if they were shorthanded. So we'll have a face-off to the right of Fleming.
Just a tough mental mistake there. You've got clear possession, give it up for a defensive zone face-off. You've got the line of Mormo and Middlestat trying to make a difference. Starts with winning this face-off here.
So face-off won by Penn State. They bring it back and look to clear. All the way out to the red line. Rombach for Cal Thomas. They'll regroup. There's a salute to the towel chain by section 24. It stretches all the way from the top of the concourse to the bottom near the glass, so that's very impressive. Using the whiteout rally towels, Weebush up the middle. He'll send it back down low. Rings it around to the point. That shot is blocked. Unable to clear as Minnesota, they hold it in. Godowski to Weebush on the far wall. He's pinned by Cal Thomas. He kicks it out. Nice play to John Middlestat as he'll start up. Again, Middlestat, 2 assists tonight. He's having a pretty good game. He set up a couple of the goals. They'll fire it in Javon Moore. Weebush and Moore collide as they go for line changes. Penn State sends it in the zone. Whipple has the puck. He rings it around to Hendrickson. Hendrickson, 1-on-2 right now. Nice toe drag. Hendrickson to the backhand. That one's picked off. He can't get a clear shot away. Hendrickson with a nice move. He had a really nice one against Long Island as well, so he's got some nice hands.
What an incredible move by Beckett Hendrickson. He even bought enough time for Brody Lamb to get involved in the play. He was sort of trailing on that far side, undisturbed. Couldn't quite get the finish, but just outstanding skill play there.
Under 10 minutes here as Penn State gets a shot off in this third period. To the point, Misa. He waits to the point for Crespo. Not much traffic in front. Aerie able to swallow that one up. Minnesota up 3-2, 9:18 left in this third period. They look to hang on against number 5, Penn State at home. All right, face-off in the Gopher zone. Won by Penn State. Shot from the point there. That was Jackson Smith. That one goes wide. Gophers have the puck. They try to clear it. Held in by Crespo. On the backhand, he sends that one cross corner. Picked up by Serrato. Serrato cycles it down low for Weebush. Gophers are able to come up with it. Paulson right now tries to go glassing out, and he does. Under 9 minutes left in this third period. Smith now, off the wall. He's in his own zone. It's Matt DeMarsico right now. Penn State trying to start up. Nice move by DeMarsico. Picked away by Mooney. And Mooney trips up a player there, and they're going to go on the penalty kill. It was a late call, but Mooney took down a Penn State player as he was cutting back to his forehand. and Minnesota with an untimely penalty up one here in the second half of the third period. So 2-minute tripping for Mooney.
Like you said, Mooney was trying to cut back to his forehand, ran into DeMarsico, and just got a little overeager with that stick check. Brought him down, and this is really not where you want to be. If you're playing a defensive-minded game, you have to be more disciplined than that.
This crowd is upset with the call.
Now, outside of the student section, it is fairly sparse. I'd say about half filled in, but this is a group that is making a lot of noise, and especially after a call like that, it's getting them energized.
Face-off won by Penn State. Godowski off the skate of Lamb, it came out of the zone, but no. Onside, here's Misa back to the point for McKenna with a shot blocked by his own teammate. Lawback stick breaks, and they clear the puck.
Great clear there by Jimmy Clark. Starting this off on the right note, that means they can get one more possession with this same line out before switching it up.
Here comes McKenna the other way. Across the blue line, he kicks it back out, and it's cleared out of the zone by Jimmy Clark, and they'll go for a line change. Good kill so far from Minnesota. They've killed 30 seconds off. Here comes Godowski. They enter the zone on the far wall. Van Olm rings it all the way around to Lawback. He's got two so far, the first two of this game. They shoot it out front off the wall, and it's cleared by Minnesota again. Draws a good reaction from the crowd. Halfway through this Penn State power play, they trail by one, under 8 minutes left. Good forecheck by Javon Moore, sends the puck back below Penn State's goal line. They'll start out. Another stick by Javon Moore. He breaks up the pass. Here comes Zemer the other way. Good shot by Zemer. It's off the pad of Fleming, and an early whistle blows that one dead. Gophers will get an offensive zone draw. 50 seconds left on this penalty kill.
What an outstanding kill from the Gophers right now. They are getting enough clears quick enough that is it even worth going off for the change yet? And then Zemer, really good job putting a shot on that, gets Frozen, gets that offensive zone face-off. Just 48 seconds left. And the game clock ticking down too. We're down to 7 minutes, 22 seconds here.
On the draw, it's Serrato and Jimmy Clark. Two lefties going at it. Serrato wins the draw. He sends it back to McKenna on the regroup. DeMarsico forces it back, and Penn State will start out. Gopher crowd is alive. Jackson Smith across the red line. Picked off by Clark, and Penn State's offside. They'll have to tag up, but Smith touches it, and there'll be a face-off outside of the zone. 30 seconds left on this power play for Penn State. 7 minutes left in the third period.
This is, not counting shorthanded goals, perhaps the best sustained penalty kill I have seen out of the Gophers. They're getting clears quick. They're not wasting energy. They're putting on enough pressure to get a change. I am blown away right now with how they're handling this against a top 5 team.
Face-off. Off the face-off, cleared all the way back down. 20 seconds left. That one was cleared by Middlestad off the draw. Here comes Penn State the other way. Smith across the red line. Now in the Gopher zone on his forehand. Tries to make a move around Thomas, but he loses the puck. That one squirts just past Serrato. 5 seconds left in the Penn State power play. DeMarsico with the puck now. Even strength, Gophers get the kill. Out of the box is Moody. Here comes L.J. Moody on the breakaway to his backhand. Pad stop by Fleming, and Penn State flings that one out of the zone. Huge penalty kill from the Gophers, and L.J. Moody nearly caps that kill off with the goal of his own, driving to the backhand. So 6:24 left in this third period. We'll go to a quick break. Gophers lead Penn State 3-2. 6:24 left in this third period. Minnesota leading number 5 Penn State 3-2 at home. This crowd is on its feet. Face off to the right of Fleming in Penn State's defensive zone. Moe on the draw against Chinda Graves. Face off won by the Gophers. Moe with a quick shot. That one was just wide. Penn State has the puck below their own goal line. They start out. Makadowski up the middle. Misses the pass to Chinda Graves as Gruba comes up with the puck now. Looking for a stretch pass for Middlestat. Up the left wall, but he's pressured nicely by Schoen. To the point for Bagley with a quick shot. Off the point. Rebound. Saved by Fleming. Gophers had a good chance there. And now here comes Chinda Graves the other way. He's hooked for a second by Moe, but no call. Gruba will take the clear there just to get it outside of the blue line. Penn State the other way. Here comes Shade. Left-handed shot. That one's blocked by Gruba. Gruba goes glassing out. They'll whistle that one a high stick. So the play's dead. 5:38 left in the third period. Gophers at 29 shots. Penn State at 26. We'll get a draw outside of Minnesota's zone.
Well, like I said, I am happy to be proven wrong. The Gophers are managing to fend off Penn State. They did get a bit more offensive zone pressure. That's letting them circle the back line a little bit more. And just 5:35 to kill off. Still, very good offense that they're going up against. They got a lot of work to do, but I'm impressed so far, especially on that kill.
Ball back finds McKenna. McKenna sails that one over the net. Puck on the half wall in the Gopher zone, near side. McKenna dances his way to the front. Can't get a clean shot off. He's got the puck again. Holds it in at the blue line. Turns it over to Middlestat. Good stick there. Stays in the zone for a second, but chips out. We're at the 5-minute mark in this third period. Crespo to Smith up the middle. Turns it over to Hendrickson. Hendrickson makes a move. He comes in on the right side. Drops it off to Paulson out front. They can't get a clean shot off. It's Paulson. He sails that one over the net. Puck under Penn State's goal line. They come up with the puck now. That would have been a nice insurance goal for the Gophers. Now it's Dowiak at the blue line. He chips it out. They go for a line change. Penn State, here comes the Gophers. Dumped in the zone by Brody Lamb. Shade has the puck right now. He skates around the net. Turnover up the middle. Beckett Hendrickson on his forehand with a shot. Sails that one just over the net. Kept in the zone by Whipple. It's down below the goal line. Whipple trying to find someone out front. Sorry, that was Hendrickson. But Wiebusch has the puck, and here comes Penn State the other way. Shade across the blue line. Dumps it below the goal line. DeMarsico tries centering it. Wiebusch doesn't know where it is. Serrato has the puck on the far wall. Held in by Collins. To the stick of Townsend. Townsend makes a deke. 2-on-2. Here come the Gophers. Lamb chips it in deep. On goal. Bouncing there. Fought off by Fleming. Townsend with the puck. He rings it around for Tanner Ludke. Ludke can't get there. Nice strip from Ludke. He keeps the puck on the far wall now in the corner. Dumps it back down low for Pritchard. Pritchard pressured by Collins. To the point is Townsend. Nice stick at the point, and here comes Penn State 2-on-1. Big save by Airy, and DeMarsico fires that one just through the crease. Almost had a good look there. 3:30 left in this third period. Penn State eyeing one right now to try to tie this game.
He tried to fake the pass over across the slot. It was a little obvious that it was fake, really leaning his body heavily into it while keeping the puck firmly on his forehand side, and Airy just read it like a book.
Let's go Gophers is the chant from the student section. Misa is offside. We'll get a whistle here. 3:03 left. The crowd on its feet. Minnesota surpasses the 30-shot threshold at 31 right now. Penn State 27. We've got some commotion on the far wall. It's Van Olm who is tied up with Bagley and I believe Luke Middlestat, but the officials break that one up. 29 saves for 29. Nathan Airy tonight. Face off outside of the zone. It'll be Mason Moe against Misa. They're changing lines. So now it's Paulson. Penn State's Misa wins the draw. He sends that one below the goal line. Gophers just looking to clear like they did earlier on in the period. Point shot goes wide. That one was from Jackson Smith. They send it back down below the goal line. To the point is Crespo. His shot tipped off the stick of Misa, but that one goes wide. Crespo just looking for the stick there. Penn State has it in the zone. It's been shown for the fourth line. Fleming eyeing the bench. 2.5 minutes left in this third period. To the point, it's Crespo. He walks. Good block off the shin pad from L.J. Mooney, and that one goes out of play.
Mooney skating a little gingerly after that. I think it got him in just a kind of tough place. 2:25 left. His line stepping off.
Timeout, Penn State. So Minnesota right now on their heels, not allowing Penn State to get their third goal to try to tie this one. But the Gophers came out hot to start this game. Penn State, of course, Reese Lawback finding two to put Penn State up 2-0. Then Begley gets one to make it 2-1, his first career goal. First in the maroon and gold. Zemer gets the power play goal, followed up 2 minutes later by Mason Moe. So the Gophers so far throughout this third period, what have you seen so far, Sam?
Well, I think the tone of the last period really set by that penalty kill. Gophers had an okay last minute 30 power play to start off the third period. Didn't really do all that much with it. Penn State had all the momentum, and then Gophers get that penalty. One of the best penalty kills I've seen out of the Gophers, and now they're playing a lot more in the offensive zone. They're able to get those clears. Their defense is looking phenomenal. A couple chances for the Nittany Lions, but Aria's done a really good job taking those up, like that big stretch pass on that forehand shot attempt. But Gophers just need 2:25 more and open empty net.
Empty net for Penn State. Fleming's on the bench, face off to the left of Nathan Airy. Face off won by the Nittany Lions. DeMarsico has it on the near wall. He surveys up to Serrato, to the point for Smith. They'll take their time, 2:15 left. Serrato with the puck now on the half wall. He skates up to the point for McKenna. McKenna down low to Smith. Smith with a shot off the shoulder, ricochets, and it's Beckett Hendrickson for the empty net. Just wide, and that'll be an icing. Beckett Hendrickson from his own hash marks tries to find the empty net, but he can't.
You cannot miss by much more than that, especially for a shot basically taken even with the dot on his side. And so close, inches away, especially seeing that replay in-house. You really can't get closer unless you hit the pipe.
So face-off, Serrato against Jimmy Clark. Penn State has the puck off the draw. Smith at the point. He walks to McKenna. McKenna has it on the near side. Gavin McKenna back to the point for Smith. Smith walks his way past Hendrickson, again looking for options down low. DeMarsico back to Smith. Walking in is Serrato with a shot kicked off the pad by Airy. Down below the goal line. Serrato will pinch. Serrato has it on the far wall. One-timer blockered away from Airy. Off the backhand, held in the zone. DeMarsico. And it's Jimmy Clark gets the clear. He's at the red line. Good pinch by McKenna. And Penn State has possession under their own net. Jackson Smith now. Starting up for Penn State. 1:14 left in this third period across the blue line. It's called onside, but it's picked off by Zemer on the backhand from the red line. He sends that one wide out in front. No icing call there as McKenna gets there. Zemer again, forehand. Hits the post and out of play. Brody Zemer, 2 chances to ice it out, and he can't get it. 58 seconds left.
Some outstanding chances for the Gophers to ice it. That one just off that top of the crossbar. Penn State has done a good job of not letting the Gophers get around to a good angle. There was the one where Zemer had it on his backhand, just had to fling it in. Still managed to get it fairly close, but really playing the puck tightly is Penn State.
Face off to the right of Fleming. He's back in the net. We're 5-on-5 momentarily as Penn State tries to clear the zone. Gophers hold possession, though. Romback at the red line. He waits and dumps that one in. 47 seconds left. Penn State trying to get Fleming back out. Looking to get the extra skater. 40 seconds left. Misa starts off from his own zone. Fleming to the bench. Move by Schoen. They've got the fourth line out right now for Penn State. They dump it in deep. Gophers ring it around. To the point, McKenna. McKenna dances Mooney over to Godowski. Godowski surveying, looking for a shot. sticked away, sailed over the net. 20 seconds left in this third period. Minnesota up 1. It's Misa out front, scramble for it. They try to find it. Gophers come up with it down low. Cal Thomas will pin it against the boards. 10 seconds left. This crowd comes alive. One last chance here for Penn State. They have it at the goal line. Shot, stuff attempt there. And that'll do it. Minnesota, we've got a scrum at the goal line right now. They're going at it. 0 seconds left on the clock, and good night, Penn State. Minnesota will take this one 3-2 at home.
Aries' helmet came off. Mooney threw some hits. Now Mooney's helmet's off. He's going at it with a Penn State player. We got three
Zimmer right now is
going
just
on.
tied up. The officials trying to break this one up. It's Mooney on the wall, getting some action from the fans. And Zimmer takes down DeMarsico. Dowiak, he gets a shove on Paulson. The officials breaking that one up. McKenna right now on the wall. He's tied up by an official. An explicit chant coming from the crowd right now, but Minnesota, a gigantic statement win as they upset number 5 Penn State at home.
Well, we'll see what the Big Ten makes of that, if it has any implications for the game tomorrow, the scrum at the end. But that was an incredible third period of defensive hockey from the Gophers. It started with that penalty kill is when they really locked everything in on the defensive side. And since then, it was just flawless. Penn State did a good job with the puck movement at the end of the game there. They had a couple good chances. Aerie filled in where the defense started to have some lapses. And now there's a meeting out at center ice with the captains to see what to make of that scrum.
So the Rouser sounding here at Minnesota. Their biggest win of the season is, and they take down number 5 Penn State at home. Down 2-0 to start out. Wasn't looking good out the gate, but Minnesota rallies with 3 straight second period goals. The eventual game winner now coming from Mason Moe. But Aerie shuts that one down on the stuff attempt. In the dying seconds of the third period, he had a phenomenal game.
Like you said, this is probably the best played game by the Gophers all season. This is a 5-8, 5-8-1 Gopher team entering the night, which is something you can say very, very rarely throughout the program history. They come in against a top 5 team at home, a team with one of the best players in college hockey, or at least the potential to be one of the best players in college hockey, and effectively shut him down. He gets 1 point on the night, an assist on that second goal, and other than that, wasn't able to be nearly as an effective a force as he's been in other games. I'm really excited to see what this team can do against Penn State if they can keep this up going into tomorrow's matchup.
Just a complete game from the Gophers. They started out pretty good. Penn State takes a 2-0 lead at first, doesn't look as good, but of course, as I already mentioned, that rally in the second period and the defensive third period. Still Minnesota, they didn't let back. They just trailed Penn State by 1 shot, 8-7 there in that third period. They end up with the edge, 31-30 in the shot total category. Draws Penn State for now, has the edge, 32-30. Gophers 1 for 3 on the power play. Of course, that wicked one-timer from Brody Zimmer to make it 2-2, and Mason Moe coming up clutch. The freshman's just been a great addition to this lineup for the Gophers. But back-to-back penalties from Jackson Smith looked like it deflated Penn State a little bit as they came out with the early penalty kill in the third period. They just aren't able to establish anything. LJ Mooney takes a penalty, but the Gophers with a fantastic penalty kill. And they wrap this one up 3-2 with a massive Big Ten win, their third Big Ten win of the season. Penn State falls to 3-4-0, 10-5 on the season. Gophers with win number 6.
Yeah, I mean, it is a statement win here. The Gophers are able to say something that they're not able to very often, which is we're an underdog team right now. And this is a chance to prove everybody wrong, which, you know, when you're consistently a top program, you don't always have that. Maybe people are saying, all right, you can't beat whatever the number 1 team is. But to say, I don't even know if this is a playoff caliber team, that's a chance that most Gopher players never get, and to really prove the world wrong. And I think they've got to take advantage of that opportunity. It's something special, even though it sounds weird to start off the season like this.
So a complete game all around. You really got your money watching this one. Started off with that 2-0 hole for Minnesota. They come back and take it 3-2. Had some fanfare at the end of the game as well with a bit of a scrum in the Gopher zone after the saves from Airy. So Minnesota comes into their home barn after splitting with LIU with a gigantic win over number 5 Penn State. We're back here tomorrow. For Eitan Schoenberg, Sam Constance beside me. This is Radio K. Gophers take this one 3-2 at home.